name is Karina, and my big win was starting the 5-day challenge to sell a $100 offer, which I managed to do by day 2.
That's incredible. I love that. I remember seeing your post inside of your first 5K. And if I remember correctly, you sold $160 worth?
Yeah, it surprised me how quickly it happened.
Yeah.
It surprised me.
So what is the offer you created?
I created basically editing people's Instagram bios and LinkedIn bios. So
Nice.
just put forward an offer, $60 for one profile, and then an additional 40 on top of every other profile.
And had you done that before? Is that why I'm assuming you hadn't. Wait, let's talk about that.
No.
You hadn't done it before?
So
that is interesting.
I'm in a Facebook group and I was in there and I just shared what I'm working on. So I said, hey, I'm running this experiment. I'm trying to see if I can make $100. This is my offer. Could I get your feedback on this offer? And they were like, oh, we want this.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's helpful. That is too cool. And then what's the delivery like? Like, how do you deliver it?
So my name is Karina, and my big win was starting the 5-day challenge to sell a $100 offer, which I managed to do by day 2.
That's incredible. I love that. I remember seeing your post inside of your first 5K. And if I remember correctly, you sold $160 worth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's day 2 of a 5-day challenge. Did that surprise you?
Yeah, it surprised me how quickly it happened.
Yeah.
It surprised me. And I guess when you're just so used to things being hard, for some reason this was very easy. So it was just kind of like, we make things so complicated for ourselves. And so that's what I loved about what you're offering. It's just very simple to follow. Yeah.
Well, let's dig into it so we can help some people. First of all, where are you calling from? You said it's morning time, so Australia?
Yes. Yeah. I'm in Australia, just a couple of hours north of Sydney. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And you joined just a few days ago,
yes.
And you were in it for
Tuesday.
Yeah. You've been in it less than a week. Less than a week you started, then 2 days into being in it. So you started the 5-day challenge the first day you started?
Yeah, I watched the first video on Tuesday.
Yeah. Why was that? Like when you go in to the class, like when you go into the membership, you have like the community post where you can post, and then you have the classroom and a calendar. When you went into the classroom, did you have a plan, or how did you know to do the challenge?
Just followed the steps that you laid out. I literally just read the instructions and started in the most obvious place, and then just did the actions you told us to do. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the offer, and let's talk about how you were able to sell. So what is the offer you created?
I created basically editing people's Instagram bios and LinkedIn bios. So just put forward an offer. So $60 for one profile, and then an additional 40 on top of every other profile. So if they want multiple, then it's $40 extra.
Yeah, like a bundle discount.
Yeah.
And had you done that before? Is that why I'm assuming you hadn't? Wait, let's talk about that.
No.
You hadn't done it before? So, wow, but you have an Instagram account?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Instagram account,
so you know how it works. Yeah, so you know how it works. And then you were looking for something. Tell me a little bit, like you were looking for something. Like, how did you get to that offer?
Your GPT.
Yeah.
Your GPT tool. So I put in all of the things. I think I only answered 2 or 3 questions. Like I was stumped on a couple of them, but I put it in. And one of the main things that was the quickest and easiest and most efficient for $100 was the Instagram bios. So I'm like, okay, I'm trusting the process here.
It worked. I mean,
it worked.
Their ROI is like pretty intense. So then where did you post it, or did you reach out to friends? Because we're on day 2. Day 2 teaches you how to just get the marketing out there.
Yes. So I'm in a Facebook group with some other ladies. I receive coaching on the side around emotional intelligence. And I was in there and I just shared what I'm working on. So I said, hey, I'm running this experiment. I'm trying to see if I can make $100. This is my offer. Could I get your feedback on this offer? Because, you guys know stuff about business and whatever. And they were like, oh, we want this.
Yeah, because it's helpful.
So I didn't feel like I was selling. I was genuinely testing, like, what do you think of this? And they were like, we love it, we want it.
That is too cool. And then what's the
Yeah.
delivery like? Like, how do you deliver it? And how do you know
Yeah.
what to do next?
So that's my job over this weekend, is to actually work on the things. But I got ChatGPT to help me create a Google form where I'm capturing their information. So I want to know, like, words that they hate, like don't want to use, their vibe, who they want to help, what they want people to feel when they land on their page. And so ChatGPT helped me create that form, which I sent to them. And now I've got that information back. I'm going to turn it around in 48 hours with two options and then an opportunity for revisions.
Yeah, that's great.
So,
I love that. I
yeah.
mean, I get to see it every day inside of the membership with the people I work with. I get to see people doing their actual offers. But I love this one because it is simple and it is helpful. Like, it's a useful thing, and I love that you didn't do it before, and
Yes.
oh yeah, no, this isn't a different version of my offer. This is just a new offer. That's pretty cool.
Totally. And I think, like, I did have imposter syndrome a little bit. Like, who are you to be doing this? Like, your own Instagram is a dog's breakfast. You barely use it. I'm like, you know what? I'm trusting the process and just go with it. Don't overthink it. That's the whole thing that I'm practicing, is not overthinking.
Yeah.
And yeah, it worked out. So,
well, imagine what would happen if you spend a couple of days on your Instagram getting it all like worked out, and then you could take it even further and further. I think you could reach your first 5K with that offer alone.
Yeah.
That would be pretty
crazy. Well, that's my goal. Like, find 50 people to help. That's basically it. So it's so funny, like the overthinking that wants to kick in about it all. That's why I love the platform you've created. It really helps prevent that.
How did you find out about your first 5K?
I found you on YouTube maybe 7 or 8 months ago, and I just love your videos. Like, I think you're just so relatable and down to earth, and I trust you. Like, you're just I love how you teach. You're a very good teacher.
Thank you.
Provide a lot of value.
I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm trying to prove the point because I didn't know the answer. But I love that, people find me every day on YouTube. And it's like, again, you found me not because you knew about my books, not because you knew about my investing in the past, but because I showed up one day on your YouTube channel, essentially.
Yeah, and you teach very well, and that's why, like, you appealed to me, because I'm like, oh, she knows what she's talking about, and she explains things really simply.
Yeah,
and you inspire people, like, you make it seem possible,
which it is, because you just did it. You just did it. So the challenges, you would say, like, before you joined, would you say a big challenge was like imposter syndrome, or just like
chronic overthinking? Chronic. There's a heaviness to it, I think, that comes from trying to make money. I think there's something about just taking quick action and have that support to not overthink makes it more fun. I think what your platform's great at is helping people remain curious, and just kind of having a light touch on things. I think it's not so heavy. I hope that makes sense, but that's what I've really gotten out of it.
It makes perfect sense to me. There's a part of the challenge where I can't remember which day it is, but I talk about how you should say, you can even say to your friends or to your audience, hey, I'm doing a class and I'm learning how to do this. And, kind of bring them into this process. So it doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to be like so cool about it, because that's I mean, I'm not cool about it. I'm kind of just like, okay, this is what we're going to talk about, and this is what we're doing. And I know a lot of my peers, friends of mine, they have it really together. Like, they have a whole process and a whole team and a whole thing. And I don't, but at the same time, I'm making good money, and I know that there's a way to do it. So to me, it should be a game, because money was so serious for so long for me. And that's why I like it to be fun and lightweight, and we lower our own stakes. We 100%. Take that away.
And I think for me as well, like, I'm such an all or nothing person. So I'm like, well, if I'm doing bio Instagrams now, that's my career now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, but I will share a book I'm reading at the moment that might help your viewers. So this came out recently. It's called Tiny Experiments. And it's by Anne Laure Lecomte. I think she's from Montreal, like French Canadian. And this has really helped me. Like, so it's less about setting goals and focused on our outcomes and more about trying and experimenting and learning through the process, getting the data, making tweaks. So it's really helped me have less pressure on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought I would share that.
Can you hold it up again? Because somebody might be listening only. So Tiny Experiments, and raise it up a little bit. And Laure Leconf, Cunff.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think I've heard about it, but I hadn't seen it.
Yeah. No, it's quite new. It's only a couple months old, I think.
Yeah,
so yeah,
fantastic.
Some people might find that really helpful.
I think so. I think you're going to have a lot of people looking for that. And then anything else that was holding you back that you feel like you're starting to piece together?
I think imposter syndrome is probably the main thing. And just, I think the shame of having, I guess, kind of, you get to a certain stage in your life and you feel like you should be further or more, ahead, or the judgments that come in.
Yeah.
I feel for me, it really is just learning how to be nicer to myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
we
what I
say
mean?
things to ourselves that we would not say to our best friends. We would not say it to our
100%.
loved ones. And we gotta give ourselves a break.
Totally. And that's my focus is really being kinder to myself and just being open to the process. So so I think that's the main thing that I'm really working on at the moment.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen next? Do you think maybe this can be like a weekend gig for you, or do you want to?
I think, like, if I'm treating it as a tiny experiment, I guess my step is like reach out to 50 people. That's where I'm thinking. So that's the goal. Like, I don't know what will happen, but I guess that's the action I'll take. So far I've got 2, and now I need just find 48 more people.
Yeah. What a fun, well, for you, it's not summer, but a fun summer or winter experiment.
Pretty cool. So. Yeah.
Like a sprint.
And it's more like just to see, like, what will happen? Like, can I do this? Well, clearly I can, because I just got 2. So it's like, it's just really shaking things up for me at the moment in a really good way.
Yeah. If anybody is watching and they've watched this long, first of all, so they're really resonating with you, and just think of the one person, just think of that one person, and they feel like, oh, you have said some stuff that I feel right this moment. What do you think? What can you say to them?
I would say, when the insecurity really rises and those voices are really loud in your head saying you cannot do this, you can't do that, just have a conversation with them and say, thank you, but I'm going to try anyway and see what happens.
Oh,
so that's
wow. Yeah. I've never heard that before. That is interesting. Yeah. Thanks for your opinion, but no.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm in the driver's seat. And you know what? It's not that deep. I'm just putting this out there. Yeah. So let's just give it a go.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I can imagine, based on what you said in these few minutes, I can imagine that even being in this interview is putting yourself out of your comfort zone. I'm just going to guess.
Definitely.
And I just want
100%.
I just want to let you know that you've helped a lot of people by doing this few minutes, and I think that more people than you realize. Yeah, I think you said things very articulately, and I think that you have really dialed in on something that I haven't been able to talk about this way before in these interviews. So I appreciate it.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ellen. I appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah. Cool. Anything else before we go? Anything else you want me to know?
No, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the amazing community you've built. It's just so filled with lovely people doing awesome stuff. So it's very inspiring.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
See you.
Thank you.